Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another scrap and chat. I just grabbed one of my page kits and I didn't know what pictures I wanted to do, and then I start looking at the embellishments. This said my family, this is my happy place, look, love this view, wonder, and it had like mushrooms and butterflies and feathers and all this stuff. And then I thought of our trip up Mount Carlton at the beginning of summer. So I thought I didn't scrap that yet. It works perfectly for these pictures. So let's do that. Now, I did grab a sheet of white cardstock so I could maybe mat the photos. I printed 4 photos. I used my Pick Frame app, and this photo was a little bigger, so you're able to move the little bar that separates the photo. This was a 2-photo thing, and it was like right down the middle. Well, when you touch it with your finger on the app, you can move it, because this picture here, I was okay with just using a very thin border, and the picture fit in it perfectly. But this one here was everyone that climbed the mountain, minus my husband. He was taking the picture. I think the picture after we took, like he set it up on a tree, but I printed the wrong one, which is whatever. And then this one here is my nephew and Mason, and they're looking at the view and they loved it. It was kind of a icky day. Like I said, we've had a rough summer as far as weather. And so we'll talk about our camping trip, or a trip up the mountain, I guess. So it's a mountain that if we go one way, it's over 5 hours from our house. And if we go the other way, it's like 3.5 hours. And we decided to go the longer way because we were going to pick up Taylor. And then our tent trailer broke. We ended up on the side of the highway for 5 hours, which would have been, a 5.5 hour drive, ended up being like 13 hours because we ended up breaking down on the side of the highway. Then when we got to Fredericton, we ended up having supper there. It was just a whole thing. Then it started to rain really hard, so our going was really slow, and we got there at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were supposed to get there around 9. We got there at 3. So it was a long trip there, which in the end, Josh and Taylor decided not to come. They just stayed in Fredericton. We dropped Josh off in Fredericton. And so there's 10 of us in the end that ended up going up the mountain. My mom and my sister-in-law and my nephews just came down the next morning, and we knew there was supposed to be thunder showers in the afternoon, so we knew we wanted to go up the mountain fairly early, which we were going to leave around 9, which we ended up leaving around 10:30 because we had gone to bed at 3, so we were dead, which ended up working out anyway. Like, we were about 150 meters from the end, not far at all. And it started to pour. I mean, we only had very little ways to go, and we ended up like soaked. It was raining so hard. I'm glad it just happened at the end, because coming down the mountain would have been treacherous. If we would have done it in that amount of rain, it would have made the rocks so wet and slippery, right? So I want to do a layout and talk about how, like, it was Mason's first time up a mountain. It was my sister-in-law's first time up a mountain. My mother, who's 69, her first time up the mountain. My other nephew, oh, is he not in the picture? Where is he? So there was 11 of us climbing the mountain. I don't know where he is. But my other nephew, it was his first time climbing the mountain. I think my mom's husband was his first time. So there was quite a bit of like first timers climbing mountains. This is not a big mountain by any means, but for my mom, who's 69, I mean, it was still a challenge, right? So I want to do the journaling about something about 6, which was the youngest, 6 and 69. That's pretty good. So these are scraps. I love scrapping with scraps. If you're not new to my channel, you know that. But I put the pictures like this. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have put the pictures up and down. I don't know. Let me do this. No. Okay. I don't want to cut that down. I love this paper. That's from one of the collections I bought either this year or last year, and this too. So it's leftovers, and this is super old. It's probably like 10 years old. It's an old Stampin' Up! Pattern paper. Maybe I can put it like this. I know I want to do a bit of journaling and talk about that. So maybe I can do the journaling card like this. Figure out how to put some strips there. Life adventures. Heck yeah, that was an adventure. And this is my happy place. I love climbing mountains. We were hoping to do 2 this summer, but I think we're just going to do 1. We ended up, the second time we were supposed to go, I can't remember what happened. Something happened. Anyway, we decided to just go an hour and a half from here, and then we went tubing. Something happened. I can't remember what happened, but it was like, no, we can't go to the other one this year. So then I said to my daughter, how about if we go to Miramichi and then do some tubing? And she was like, oh yes, that would be fun. So we ended up doing that, which was still a blast too. So there. We're kind of debating if we want to go one more time camping this summer. We're thinking about it. That will be time number 5 if we do, which is pretty cool. Ugh. So now I think I kind of figured out how I'm going to do this. So I should probably just glue everything down and then start building the layers now that I know how I want to get that done. So that's usually what I do. I'll just play for a little bit. Ooh, that's almost at the end. I'll just play for a little bit and then I decide, okay, yeah, that's how I want to, yeah, that's the end. That's how I want to put that down, and then I start building the embellishments. I tried to glue the background right away. Well, that's not good. Let me see if I have some. I don't feel like changing my ATG. So I'm just going to use my Stampin' Up! One, which I'm not buying any refills for this, so anymore. So it's good to use it up. So that's usually when I go to something like this, is when my ATG runs out, and then I'm like, I don't feel like, especially, usually I have 2 ATG guns, and I usually try to have them both full, but I noticed that the other one is empty too. So as soon as I'm done this, I'll fill them both up. But I'll just use that little one. It's all good. Okay, let's cut this down a little bit so it fits under here a little better. I like that. I'll put this down like that. And I think, what did I do with... That's the thing though, when I take stuff off, then I'm like, what? Where did I put all the stuff? When I didn't film, when I did pages just for my own, what I would do is take a picture of how I had everything kind of set up with my iPhone, and then I would build up the layers. But now I film with my iPhone. Okay, so this is going to be my title. This is my happy place. And it's going to be a little cluster too. Love that. So today is Wednesday, August 20th. Tuesday, sorry, August 20th. Tomorrow, I'm going back to work for 3 days, which 3 days, that's 36 hours. So I work a whole week's worth in 3 days. So I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 days and 1 night. Finishing off with Friday night. So I'm going to put that here. So I'm trying to get some of my videos done. I don't know how many I'll get done today, but this will go up today. But then I have to have a video for Friday and one for Saturday and one for tomorrow. The one for tomorrow is already done. The one for today I'm doing right now, which is good. I think I'm gonna squish it in a little bit more. So I like the butterfly. So those, and then the butterfly's pink. Trying to make sure that I'm getting my clusters, you know, as full as I can. I like that leaf. I like that leaf here too, but I'm trying to put on the layout so that, actually I kind of like it like that. One on each side. So right now it's about noon, so I should have this up by 4 or 5. It takes me a couple of hours to get everything kind of uploaded to my computer, uploaded to YouTube. I got a couple I got to do. I'd like to maybe do one more this afternoon, but I want to get them uploaded first, so I'll stop and get that done. There. Let me see what else is there. I like words. And when Mason got at the top of the mountain, we were still climbing up the last part, and he was like, wow, this is awesome. Guys, wait till you get up here. It's so beautiful. Because we've been talking about climbing mountains and all this stuff for years, and he was just too little. Like, he's been asking since he was 2. I want to climb a mountain too. It's like, you're too little, buddy, but as soon as you're big enough, we'll take you on a mountain. So this year, he's 6. You know, you can talk to them about being careful and, you know, consequences and all this stuff. So they were careful going up the mountain, and wasn't too bad till the very end. The very end was a little dangerous. But again, he was old enough to understand the dangers and to be careful and stuff. Do I want to put that there? No. Okay, maybe I like this cluster is nice and full. They're all pretty nice and full. I'm trying to think. I think I'll just do in the journaling and talking about how, you know, my mom was 69 and climbed the mountain, and Mason was 6. She was the oldest, he was the youngest. And it was just fun. And I think it kind of made them fall in love with camping too. They're thinking about getting a trailer. So I don't know, next year we'll probably do Miramichi again and maybe bring an extra tent or something so my sister-in-law and her kids can stay too. That'd be cool. Because they came over, but they only came for the night. And then there too, they stayed for the day and left at night. I like this so much to discover, but that one was better. I can't use both. Okay. I think that's good. Wow, that was quick. So I'm going to look for some pink mist and what else? Pink and white maybe. Okay. So I went and got a couple of sprays. This is Tim Holtz Distress Spray Stain in the Sponge Sugar. It's very light pink, but it should be okay. I'm getting some stuff to cover this and then just white. And wow, this is going to finish this layout already. I just feel like it started. I just started it, so it must be like, I don't know, maybe half an hour? Pretty cool. Yay. So now I just got to go get a card so I can take pictures of this layout, and you should be seeing this by the afternoon. So that's it, guys. That's going to be my layout for today. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.